I'm looking forward to this. I got to meet this special guest at your birthday party, Ryan, and he knows a thing or two about church.
Absolutely, absolutely a very special guest. Joe and Jim, I grew up about 10 minutes south of the House of Hope, and two things were a constant on Saturday morning before the cartoons. We had to do our chores and listen to Operation Push, Saturday morning forum, and I have to thank this gentleman to my right, my dad, Reverend Ronald Baker Sr. Thanks so much for you're making your TV debut today, and what an auspicious occasion.
I'm so glad to be here with my son, and it's like one of the songs that I sing. I've been through the storm and rain, but I made it.
You introduced me to Reverend Jesse Lewis Jackson. I could still hear it on Saturday morning. I am somebody. I am somebody. I may be black,
but I am
somebody. You got it. But when did you start following Reverend Jackson and the civil rights movement?
Well, I'm a northern boy, so I couldn't march with Dr. King because he was in the South. Even when he came to Chicago, to the west side, it wasn't feasible for me to be there. But when he appointed Reverend Jackson to be the National Executive Director of SCLC's Operation Breadbasket, I say, this is my chance to be a direct part of the civil rights movement. And so I was there for the first meeting at the Capitol Theater at 79th and Halsted Street on the south side of Chicago. And I was the original member of Operation Breadbasket. And when Reverend Humphrey said, you need a place to meet at on Saturdays, you can meet at Shiloh, free of charge. You don't have to pay anything. And so we met at Shiloh for a while, and then we met at Dr. Joseph Wells.
And what year was that?
That was 58 years ago, let's see. So that was 58 years ago.
Okay, so a long time ago, but you were there. And I just remember you not only listening to the broadcast, but you followed Reverend Jackson closely his entire civil rights career.
58 years, and I'm proud of the fact that I did get a chance to march with, and we call him Jesse affectionately, Reverend Jackson. I got a chance to march with him to the Cook County Jail from the south side of Chicago, and then there was a discrimination problem in Decatur, and so they called him to Decatur, and I marched with Jesse in Decatur and ended up on Nightline, as a matter of fact, marching with Jesse. And then third time I marched with him was in Urbana, Illinois, and I was so surprised, out of all of the preachers that he knows across the country, out of all of the people that he knows, he remembered my name and said, "Hey, Baker, how you doing?"
How about that?
I was totally amazed.
Well, Dad, I love you, appreciate you. You could be a part of this. I know how much it means to you. Joe and Jim, Reverend Jackson wasn't the only country preacher. Here's another one right here.
Great hearing from your dad. What history.
Wonderful.
And Ryan, we see where you get your commanding presence.
All right.
Yes. And style and flair, too.
Hey,
Reverend, good to see you.
Fall that far from the tree.